Ready when you are, my love.
Always ready. Ever ready.
Ever
What's
ready.
that saying?
It's like a
I'm
battery.
always ready. Always ready.
Was that the back? Was it? I don't remember that.
Welcome to the journey, everyone, with me, Kirsty, and him, Simone, in a very annoying mood this last couple of days. So we're just going to ride with that. Season 5, episode 24.
Nice.
And we're doing this on a Sunday. Why, bestie? Why?
Because we can.
Because we can. Because we can. We realise we're busy tomorrow. So rather than squeeze it in, as the actress said to the bishop, do it at leisure when you can. Much better.
I knew that was coming, so to speak.
Much more fun like that, said the actress to the bishop.
Yes, we've had a very busy week ahead of us. We've had a relatively straightforward
We've had a bit of a dossy week, really.
Just busy with guests, but...
Yeah, full up with guests. Lovely guests in and out again. Bloody hell.
But we've got to the end of August, which is our self-imposed...
1st of September.
Self-imposed guest only. That's what we do in August. We just chill out and just have our guests, and we don't really do
Don't
much
say
else,
we.
do we.
You've done that. You've done that in
What have you
August.
done?
You've imposed it. I've gone along for the ride, as always with you. But you've just made August this thing that we don't do anything.
No, but
so
I like
what
it.
I think
It's nice
is,
to look forward to.
oh,
And it's hot, isn't it?
It
Why
is
do you want to do anything? I mean, we went down to the coast yesterday. It was, compared to here, I mean, it's chalk and cheese.
oh my God.
The humidity.
It's not nice down there.
Oh,
It's not nice down there. We had, 45-minute journey?
get
Half
me
an hour on the way.
back up my mountain.
Jesus Christ, we got out the car and we both nearly took a back step. It hit us like we'd walked into a furnace.
I know.
Holy shit. Yeah.
And
It was a lot.
And it's only humidity because it was only 2 degrees cooler up here than it was down on the coast yesterday. But it was like a world apart in terms of comfort.
Yeah. But we went out to, where we go? Went to Paddy's opposite, in the Calla Hills. For a bit of food, overate processed food, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then come back and realise we don't do processed food.
To be fair to them, it's not processed as in you had a full English and that.
I had a full English, so I had lips and arse sausages. They're processed, but you've got to have them on a full English.
But credit where
And a hash
credit's
brown.
due, I think it's good food there.
It's excellent food there, that's where we go.
Yeah.
It's excellent food there.
Good value.
It's like, yeah. I was still too full up last night.
Yeah.
Hours later.
Yeah, that was, you didn't like, there was something in the sausages, all the processed food that you didn't like, because there's no way that you would normally eat. I mean,
Got
that was
an allergy.
That was a full English breakfast, but it wasn't a huge amount of food.
I've eaten more than that in a session.
Yeah, so for you,
The actress to the bishop.
so for you,
I can eat more than that, I'll tell you.
so
Yeah, it wasn't a lot. I hope I'm not gluten intolerant because I like beer.
you don't get bloated on beer though,
No,
so you won't be.
you got a rash, haven't you? It's all about illnesses this week. So I got a rash. Look at his rash. Oh, he's got a rash. He's got a visible illness this time. It's an angry rash.
It
Don't know
is
where got
angry,
from.
isn't it?
Came up, doesn't itch, so it's topical. Topical, just on the skin. But what's the other one to topical? Where you eat it is something.
Bacterial, viral,
No, it's when you have like.
ingested,
There's topical and there's.
off topical,
No, it means it's on the skin.
or it's under the skin.
Yeah.
Don't know. I looked up the biggest thing about that.
You Googled it. How long
Yeah.
have you got to live?
6 minutes.
It's bad we Google that, isn't it?
It's no, because the biggest thing about it is that it doesn't itch.
Thank the Lord, because I would have left you yesterday.
Because if it itched, it could be psoriasis, it could be shingles, it could be hives.
It's just a little bit of rash on your arm. I mean,
you
it's
know.
not. It's quite a big bit of rash on your forearm, really. It's the whole length of your forearm. I reckon you touched something dodgy on the bin liner.
I reckon it could be stress.
I reckon stress. Jesus. That's why it's only on your forearm, lover. Just a little bit.
I've touched something. And the thing was, I'd have noticed that in the morning, but I been to the
Wouldn't you just? You notice anything that's wrong with you
I've been
within
to the
seconds.
bins. I put my arm on as you drove away from the bins, and I put my arm. I was like, "What the bloody hell's that?"
You thought your arm before. It's like, wow.
I was like, I honestly, I thought it was leprosy for a minute.
Do you know what though? I need to tell you something more important than that. We got a new condiments. We're very happy with them, aren't we?
Toiletries.
Bathroom condiments. And we're really happy with them. It's an up level. We like doing a bit of an up level.
I've got hairy ear.
I
don't like hairy ears.
Don't pull your ear hair out on the pod.
My hair out. Don't pull your hair out. I'll try not to.
That's quite difficult to say.
Hair out.
Hair out. God, that's a lot. That's a lot. Like bloody, what are people doing with names as well? What is it? Megan, a friend of Megan's, calling their baby Aya. Another friend of Megan and Adri's, their baby Isaiah or something. Amaya? No,
because Megan was going to call it.
Damn.
If she has a baby.
Araya.
Araya
and Aya. It's not bloody fair. I think generationally, names come up to make the older generation look like they're like, because I've got a Luna, a Lara, a Layla,
a Lila.
Like the four babies that come into life. Like, in fact, all of them were at the wedding, which is weird as well, nearly, actually.
And what's the two names?
And Harvey. Thank Harvey.
Oh, well, it should have been called Isaiah.
Can you imagine? Isaiah, Aya, Araya, Luna, Lara, Layla, Lila. Yeah, so
yeah, loads of babies.
all lovely names, but a lot of
They are, but very different.
Eyes.
There's no Janets anymore,
If we had a baby, what would we Janet? we need an animal now to call it Janet. Should we call our new car Janet? That's a fabulous freaking name.
We haven't got a new car. How can
Janet.
we call a non-existent new car Janet?
When we get one.
Molly.
No, Janet.
No.
That is a brilliant name. That's a strong name. We need something for Derek called Janet. Janet and Derek.
We need something for Derek called Janet. Good God. Imagine if you just tuned into this podcast and that was the first thing you heard. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to the journey with Kirsty and Simon, all about our B&B. What we need is something for Derek called Janet. Honestly, Kirst, we really need to think about this. If we were even remotely listened to famously and stuff, imagine the snippets of this that would go out in the big, big wide world.
I reckon Derek would like a Janet. If we had a kid, what would we call it?
Gary.
Oh, I'd want to call it Janet.
You wouldn't
know. Name that.
Strong name, innit?
Strong name. What other strong names are there?
Benjamin. Frank's a strong name.
Stan.
Frank and Janet.
Mind
you wasn't there a car called Frank?
Yeah, my car was called Frank.
Your little one, was it?
Yeah, that little battered old thing.
Yeah.
No, that was Frank. Can't call that then. Kevin, Megan's car.
That's Kevin now. What was Megan's before? What was the one that she...
Mary.
Oh, that was Mary. They do fit, to be fair.
Oh, no, they fit. That's why we named them that. I can't name children.
Does anyone else name their cars? Or is everyone else? We've had this conversation before.
We have had this conversation. We don't know where we got Ollie from, though, do we?
Bonkers.
Our car's called Ollie. We don't know where we got that name from.
He seemed like Ollie'd be a bit of a workhorse.
Is that what we said?
Did we say like a shirehorse? Would you call a shirehorse Ollie?
We never had that conversation in my
life.
life.
No, I know.
Not
I'm
with
just
me.
making it up.
Well, I think Derek would like a Janet.
If I had a shirehorse, I think I'd call it Ollie.
Big old bangers them, aren't they? Be nice.
I've
ridden a shirehorse, have you?
No. No, I can't. I can walk under a shirehorse without bending down.
What's your party trick? Okay. Condiments. And back to the condiments. GV's going to give us a review of them because we're too tight to open one up to use it ourselves. So I'm going to find out. Hopefully they're bubbly and frothy and don't wash all the bits they're supposed to in a nice way.
Yes.
But we are very delighted with them. So we're waiting for the first guest that's having them. Sod's law, that is. Don't open them. They're going to leave them here. I'm going to make them walk out the door and go, I think you've forgotten something.
I don't think they're going to leave them. I think they're actually almost too nice that people don't want to open them.
Do you?
Well, I'm basing that on one customer.
Obviously.
Who's been here for 2 nights.
If they left it behind...
I've done a considerable amount of market research. I've based this on one customer for 2 nights who's not opened the packet. I don't know. They're really lovely, aren't they?
Can you imagine, though, if they actually leave it behind? Like, the overthinking that's going to create.
If we had a drive, I could run down.
You did run down that drive.
I know. That's why I said it. I'd run after him.
One of the funniest moments. One of many. Did we ever tell you about that?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Oh, my God.
I couldn't stop.
I know you couldn't stop. I knew it was going to be tragic. It was, your legs were going fast. Your body. Oh, your little legs, I've literally never moved. They were like, you couldn't see. And I knew at that point you were trying to keep yourself upright. The panic you must have been going through at that point.
There was a great deal of panic in my head.
That would have hurt.
It would. A lot.
That would have hurt. You could break bones easily. I'm amazed you haven't broken anything. We're going hiking later. Please be careful and concentrate.
But I stayed upright. Did I have to veer off up the hill trying to stop myself? I went up the mountain.
It was the thought process. It's just like, okay. I've started running. Shit, I'm running. I can't stop running. What do I do? So you veered right. You veered right up the mountain. That was very funny, lover. Although I did see you the other day. I was watching admirably where he's picking figs.
What are you laughing about?
It started making me laugh because I was watching from the door. He was picking figs, the fig chutney. I'm fig chutney tastic here. It's everywhere, and we're making this chutney. And I was like, oh, look at him. This is a lovely moment. Lovely moment. Simon picking figs from our fig tree, ready to make chutney with those people in it, fabulous and lovely as you come.
Get your words out.
Well, you literally then, I just had that thought and thought, I'm going to take a photo for the memory as you come flying around the side.
What? I don't even remember this.
Right at that point, I had that thought. You come, but you pissed me off so much in the morning, it wasn't as funny as it is now. But just had that thought, and I thought, I do love him. I am going to keep him. Look at him picking figs. Maybe I should take a picture of this for the memory. How lovely our life is. As you literally come flying round the corner of the fig tree.
Yeah, because I slipped.
Yeah, I know. You slipped, and I just saw you just go round. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, here we go again.
Just to put it in perspective.
But it was funny. It's funny now, but the memory's funnier than...
The fig tree's on quite a steep slope.
Oh, I know.
And the ground is gravelly. And so I hold on to a branch of the fig tree.
I know, I saw you swinging off it.
It's at moments like that I realise I have quite good upper body strength.
Oh, you make me hot. Not in a good way either. It made me sweat.
Anyway, crying with laughter.
Yeah, because it's really funny, the memory of that, actually.
Good.
So, but we're going walking today, so I want you to promise me you're going to be careful at all times.
You're the one with the stick.
Yeah, but I can be careful. That's so my knee doesn't give way.
I can't believe we've decided to go hiking and you have a bad knee.
I think it's really good. No, it's going to strengthen my knee.
Yeah, but you
it's going to strengthen my thigh muscles.
It's
exercise.
Yeah,
it's exercise.
But you do the exercises. What's going to happen is we're going to go walking and then you are not going to be able to walk for 3 days.
No, knee brace. I need to put that on. I'm going to put my knee brace on as well. I'm going to look like a right wanker with that on and my boots and shorts. It's too hot to wear trousers, though.
Yeah, I'm not wearing short trousers.
You're not wearing trousers?
No.
What are you wearing?
Shorts.
That kind of hack, is it?
You are.
I'm excited. I am. It's because I'm excited. And we got our little smack or something planned, haven't we?
You're off your box. You really are. You've bought the world's smallest hiking bag.
Yeah, I like it. I like the print on it.
I knew that was why you were going to buy it. Honest, the first time we saw that in the shop, and I was like, there's absolutely no way I'm going to get you to actually buy something that you can fit a water bottle in.
I'll fit more than that in.
Because I knew that you'd like the print, and that was it. You're done.
I like the print. It's tropical. Like that. And it was €4. You don't wear rucksacks in normal life.
Yeah, I grant that.
So?
Put it this way, right? That rucksack is that small.
It's not.
You could take it on a Ryanair flight as a secondary piece of baggage, and they wouldn't notice you had it.
It's not that small. You're exaggerating. The kids went to see Jimmy Carr last night in Marbella.
Have you had
Said
any
it was
contact?
brilliant.
Really? Good.
Yeah. So I know a lot of people locally down on the coast and that would have gone to see him. So I hope they had a good night as Meg and Jamie did. They said it was belting.
Brilliant. Good.
Yeah.
Good. It's we had a quick chat about that and said, because I said I'm not sure if the ticket's sold out or not, and you get a big comedian like that and people say, oh, it'd be nice to have people come over here and that, and then if they don't sell out, so hey mate, hopefully it went really well and it
She said it was really good.
get other people over here and stuff.
So that's a good, well, it's not a recommendation because he's gone now, isn't he? He was only on for a couple of nights.
Yeah.
One night.
Just one.
Sarah Millican we're going to see
Soon.
and she's in Gibraltar, the same tour.
Next year.
St Michael's Cave. That's a really good venue, that is.
Yes, I bet that is.
It's a really good venue, that is.
Yeah, I bet that is.
We'll go there for... Where's my pen? There. Right, other than that, hunting season. We spoke about hunting. Hiking, hunting. It's hunting season around here.
Yeah, just
Men with
started,
guns. So Derek has an excuse to bark. And bark in May, we decided, because if there's two men when you sat having your morning coffee
With
on the
guns
the
on the
mountain
mountain.
opposite you with guns.
You want your dog to be barking.
But we chuckled. Probably not funny, actually, though. But we sat there and we went, we hope it's hunting and they're not snipers.
Yeah.
Because they had a clear view of us and Derek.
But then one of the guns went off and I didn't feel any pain, so...
No, you're all right. You're all right.
So I based that on the fact that they weren't
What's the most
snipers.
important thing that's happened this week?
The most important thing that's happened this week... Oh, God, I hate it when you put me on the spot like that.
Why?
Because I have no frigging idea.
Yeah, you do.
Hold on.
Yeah, you do.
The most important thing that's happened this week, we had a booking...
And we done it very quickly. We
had a booking in October from a valued repeat customer.
Oh, that was so lovely. See, emailed us. That's what we say. The dates are on there. She emailed us, and we managed to do a little wiggle and a jiggle.
Yeah.
And she's coming.
What was the question again?
Oh, you got a little bit of Kirsty-itis there. What was the most important thing we done this week? What did we change?
The menus.
Yeah. You want to talk about that?
Not really.
Change the menu again.
Well, we've added salmon.
It's Tracy's fault. Tracy Bednicker's fault.
Is it?
Yeah. Because she said you haven't talked about the menu or changed the menu for ages, and it just literally firmly planted that in my mind.
That was.
So last week we talked about not talking about it.
A recipe for disaster.
And this
I nearly
week-
said to you. I nearly went. That was a license for disaster.
What's wrong with that?
It's a recipe for disaster,
Ah.
which ties in with the menu.
A recipe for disaster?
Yeah, because it's a recipe.
Oh.
Jeez, my God.
I was like, what's wrong with it? I thought it was a good bloody menu. It
is a
new
good
one.
menu.
It's a good menu. Homemade soup of the day. We like that.
Well, we took off of the day because we'll make the homemade soup and it'll be that for a number of days until we make another soup.
Shh. Don't have to tell people that.
Well, you took off the day off the menu. This is an insight into all the little idiosyncrasies that we do. It's like, I was going to say, it's like a back
What, like, I do everything, you get the praise for doing everything, and you get assumed that you're the only one who does anything.
Hang on a minute.
Just saying, got that off my chest.
Fair enough. I'm just going to let that go, to be honest with you.
Although, what did happen this week, my fig and nut tart, absolutely, I should get her to say that. I should record her saying it. Better than your brownie. What?
You know, when we talk to people, and one of the most common things that you say is that people always remember the last thing as the best thing that they've ever had.
How many times has she had it since?
What did she say this morning?
Yeah, it's because she wanted...
Yeah, what did she say this morning?
She's just squeezing
What
that
did she
in.
say this morning? Come on.
I can't quote what she said this morning because I only heard at the end of it.
No, you didn't. You heard the lot.
I did.
She said, I can't... You can't be feeding me too much in the main meal because I really have to have that chocolate brownie again, is what she said.
But she also
What
said...
she didn't say is, I don't feed me too much because I really need to have to have the fig and almond tart again.
Because she's had it 3 times.
That's because we keep force feeding it to her. Cause
We do not. It is delicious, though.
Do you know what? It's bloody gorgeous, Kirsten. I've got to say so myself. I like it more than the brownie, and I make the brownie.
I like it more than brownie.
Yeah, I think we should take the brownie off.
No. Literally, I could hear people screaming at that. I could. I could hear many people that listen to this that I know of, and there's people that haven't been here that still listen. No, you can't do that.
No?
You cannot do that. I know people that are coming in October, not to big up your head anymore, because it's big enough, are looking forward to a bit of your brownie again.
Well, everyone loves a bit of my brownie. Don't knock it, love. I was going to say till you've tried it, but you probably have.
So I don't like brownie. Let everyone else have it.
Who makes the fig and almond tart?
Sharing's caring.
Who makes the fig and almond tart?
Me.
Who makes the carrot cake?
Me.
Who makes... What else is on there?
Cheese and biscuits.
What? You don't make the cheese?
No, we simplified the dessert menu because...
Yeah. What else is on there? Is there another cake?
That was it. There's orange and almond, but we've taken that off of this menu.
Yes.
Me.
Vanilla ice cream, yeah. So what I'm saying is if the brownie comes off, I never have to make any desserts.
Yeah, I know what you're up to. No. And
what else has gone on the menu? What else
got put? Garlic butter chicken.
Yeah.
That's because we had a healthy row, surprisingly, I know, about chicken Kiev, which you won't do because you fucked that up the one time you made it.
Yeah, I won't touch that.
You won't do it anymore. And so we're doing garlic butter chicken, which is actually really lovely. I wanted to take the stroganoff off. A stroganoff off.
A stroganoff off.
I wanted to take the mushroom stroganoff off.
Choose the word remove.
I don't know why I got the giggles this morning. I wanted to take the mushroom stroganoff off. That's funny. Okay. Yeah.
You wanted to remove the mushroom stroganoff from the menu?
Yeah. Because I can't believe it's as simple as it is when it tastes so delicious. Because people genuinely loves it. And the way you cook it sounds really... I need to cook it. Anyway, boring.
We'll cook it. We'll have it tomorrow evening and you can cook it.
No. I don't like eating it.
You don't like eating it?
We was going to put ribs on.
You love eating it?
Well, I do, but we're just spoiled, aren't we?
Have
We
it
have
with some
too
rice
much.
and chips. That's delicious.
Yeah,
Homemade
it
chips.
is. True.
We'll have that tomorrow night and you cook it.
True.
I'll cook it with you, but you cook it.
I've had guests in for 10 days. They've eaten nearly every night, haven't they? Great little... They've never had the stroganoff. They can't like it.
We haven't explained why they're
We
eating
did
it
last
every
week.
night. Did we?
Yeah.
Did we already say that?
Yeah.
Good God, I've got no memory left.
No. You've got a bundle of arrogance that you'll question me on everything.
I remember the important things.
What's important?
Like the fact that we're going walking today.
What else is important?
And that I've given up a lot.
You've given up a lot.
Cricket, F1, football.
Stop it.
Yeah.
That pisses me off, you saying that.
Because I'm going walking with you.
You're not doing it for me, you're doing it for yourself.
Well, I am as well, that, yeah.
This is how. Light bulb moment. This is how you manipulate everything for people to think. Light bulb moment. I've given up everything to go walking with you. You are the one who said, let's go walking. I need to go walking for my mental health. I think it would be good for me.
I did say exactly that, yeah.
But now you're twisting it this morning that you've given up a lot for me.
I'm not. I'm saying it deliberately. I'm saying it deliberately to provoke you because we're recording this.
Busted.
Good band.
Yeah. I was going to say something then, I forgot. Right. Not talking about that. It's crap. Weather, talked about that.
What? Oh, you can't say that. You can't say we're not talking about that because it's crap.
It is crap.
What was crap?
Yeah, it's just a bit... It's a good discussion that I had this morning with a guest.
Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't there, so...
No, but it was a boring discussion.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'll try and make it not boring.
Okay, it's about what it was. It fascinated me how people, where we go on about labels and judgments and opinions, And culturally, within your country, you have an opinion.
Yes.
Like Northerners or softy Southerners or Dorset, Weymouth, Dorset, Cornwall.
Yes.
Rather, you was talking, what they call gringos or something? Grockles. Grockles.
Taurus.
Like, yeah. So, and I don't know why. It's not that I didn't think other countries didn't have that. So we've got people from Belgium and people from Holland. And I don't actually think that they like each other. And it's not a personal thing, it's a country thing. They were chatting this morning, they were fine. They're civil to each other and it's fine. But it's the first time I've very obviously noticed, and it was the comments because of where they come from, that they labelled each other, literally from where they come from. And it was very surprising to me.
I think that I've always gone back to that as being one of the main reasons why Europe would struggle to integrate as a whole, like the United States of America, because they almost wanted a United States of Europe. But the problem is there's too much history, because if you go back far enough in history, almost any country in Europe wanted to kill the other country.
Really?
Yes, there's so many different...
Did the Belgian want to kill the Dutch?
Well,
Have they
not
been...
No, not
Why
particularly.
don't they like each other? That's my problem.
But
my problem's not my problem. Don't give two tits. But my issue,
yeah, but it's like, it's like through the wars and stuff. It was like Italy and Spain. I mean, Italy sided with Germany, and Spain was more neutral. But the dictator Franco sided a little bit with Hitler. He changed the clocks to conform to that and stuff. That's why we're on the clock time we are.
Because of Hitler?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And so, at one time or another...
So before Hitler, we was all on the same time?
And if you go back to the 1800s...
I thought it was to do with the farmers and stuff.
Then France was like... Basically, France was trying to conquer the world with Napoleon and stuff like that, and all that kind of things. And that's not that long ago. You're only talking 250 years ago.
I need to go back to the clock thing. Hitler... changed the clocks forward in Europe.
No. Germany, all the clocks were on a certain time, but Spain used to be on the same time as the UK, because when you go straight down from the UK, Spain is directly underneath. Portugal is on the same time as the UK. The Canary Islands are on the same time as the UK, but Spain is an hour forward. Spain joined Central European time, but Spain joined that during the war.
Because Hitler told Spain to do it.
I couldn't confirm that, but I know that it was changed during the war to conform with the time that Germany was on, yes.
Was Franco around when Hitler was around? Mm-hmm. So they were mates?
Yeah, Franco didn't die until 74, was it? 77?
So were they mates? Kind of thing.
I'm not entirely sure. I have never really studied the history in great detail, but
because
I know...
otherwise Franco would change them back, wouldn't he? Because he seems to be quite a spiteful man. I reckon you should go into Spanish history, read up about it, because we live here.
Yeah, I know quite a lot of Spanish history going back to like the 1800s and stuff like that, because Britain was at war with Spain for many years.
That's because of the boats and stuff.
Well, it's not the boat. It's not necessarily
the Spanish Armada and that.
But that
when
was
we went down to Cadiz, you told me about that.
That was more because Spain sided with Napoleon. That was all about. So the Spanish ports were open to French shipping. So the Brits would blockade the coast. But then you go back even farther. That's why Portugal loves the British. What's the word? Because the Napoleon's troops invaded Portugal, but the British pushed them back out, which is why most people in Portugal are really, really friendly towards the British and not.
Yeah, but they weren't alive then, so that's a learned behaviour. No, I'm glad you brought that up.
But it's all learned behaviour.
Yeah, so I'm glad you brought that up then. Right, Portugal, you've literally, your words...
It's passed on through generations.
That's why Portuguese people love the British, because the British buggered off great-grandparents didn't like,
Plus,
or whatever.
they're obviously a source of income in terms of tourism.
But, so what's happened between the Belgium and the Dutch?
I could look into that. I expect there's stuff. There is a border, isn't there? So I would imagine.
Yeah, well, she said there was. I'm not going to quote because I'm not going to quote or incite anything
absolutely.
here. And it was actually jokes and memes about labelling vice versa.
Yeah.
At the border, you would know where the people come from because of what they do certain things. It was like, wow.
Yeah, I don't.
Bloody hell.
I'll look into that. Interesting,
yeah. What's kicked off between Belgium and Holland? or the Netherlands.
Yes.
She called it Holland. Maybe that's the problem. But she did. She referred to them from Holland.
It's
Isn't
interesting
that
because
fascinating?
they're Dutch-speaking Belgians as well, aren't they?
Yes.
I don't know. It's interesting. I'll
Very
look into that.
interesting. Probably not for anyone else but us. It's kind of how we roll.
What you labelled boring, we've just had a 10-minute conversation on, which, to be
Well,
fair,
in your world.
was pretty chuffing boring.
Yeah.
What's next?
Yeah. It's a good job you weren't a teacher, really. You'd be a nice teacher, but you'd be boring teacher. You'd be like my French teacher. Oh, my God.
And here's the thing, right? And this is how teachers influence you, yeah?
Yeah.
When I was at senior school, my first 2 years I was taught by a teacher in history called Mr. Gooch, and I loved history. He made it interesting.
Yeah.
He made it worthwhile.
Yeah.
I felt like I was learning something. And then from my third year onwards, I had a different teacher in history because obviously we were closer to GCSE and stuff like that. And it almost immediately turned me off.
Yeah.
And ended up getting an E in history. And yet I'm so
I know.
interested
An E in history you did not.
Yeah. I just gave up. Wasn't interested
Wow.
in the lesson.
Would you like
And
to do
that's
like a degree now?
No, I've got a degree. I don't want another one.
Why not? Why not? Why wouldn't you push yourself to do a degree? Do a history degree.
I don't want to.
Would you not really enjoy that?
No, not bothered. No, because...
You like learning and that?
Yeah, I do, but I like learning the stuff I want to learn at. And with any degree, you're subject to what they want to teach you.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Discussion in itself, really.
Yeah, with anything, you get a curriculum and course to follow. So it's like...
I know what you should go into.
What?
Journalism.
No, I don't want to do that either. That's a... No.
Not to be a journalist, but for... What do they call... There must be a course where you go into journalism and you go like how
What?
manipulated
To
the
look
press
at bias
is.
in the media.
The bias in the media. A
Maybe.
bias media course. Is there one?
No, maybe we should start one.
Oh, God, no. No, we're too busy. Too busy.
Oh, so I'm not busy enough to study history and journalism, but
No,
we're
I
too
thought
busy
you
to
might
do-
like that as a hobby.
No.
That's all.
I've done. I like learning at my own pace at stuff that I'm interested in. I don't want to be told what to study for a piece of paper. I've done that. I've been there.
All right. God, don't have to be told, lover. Do whatever you want. All right?
Thanks.
Apart from what you're singing at Vintage KiSi B&B. Do you want to tell everyone about that?
What I'm singing? Well,
Yeah.
I'm not going to give it away. I'm doing some Christmas country numbers,
Yeah.
which probably people
And
won't
you're doing
have heard,
that-
but they're really quite fun.
One of my utmost favourite numbers at the moment,
I am, yes.
which is, what is the actual title of that? It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, that's what it's
Is
called.
that the title?
It's 5 o'clock
It's
somewhere.
5 o'clock
Yes.
somewhere.
So that I'm doing that. That's the last one. Yeah.
Would you wear earphones while you're hiking?
You could do.
Do you think that's a safe thing?
I don't see why it isn't particularly.
Are we hiking separately but together? Are you going to wear earphones?
What-
Or should we do it as a...
No.
We're together.
No, you wouldn't wear headphones doing it together. We'd
No.
chat and help
Should
each other
we?
and stuff. No. If you were to go out on a hike on your Todd, you'd wear headphones.
I would never do that.
Would
Can
you
you
not?
imagine?
People
Would
do.
you? Fuck that.
Depends how much you piss me off.
You leave me. When I find you, you've had it.
Well, there's an excuse not to be found.
Yeah. No, we'd never fall out that much. You wouldn't leave me. I would never go on a hike on my own. In the middle of the mountain, middle of nowhere.
I would
Do that.
I would never.
I'd never do that.
I'd never go out on a hike with you and leave you. God, no.
No.
Ever. But what I'm saying is people do go out. I mean, that solitude with nature is like
No.
a real. That's a real.
Stupid thing to do.
enlightening spiritual experience.
Mighty.
It's not
Ooh.
stupid, is it?
That's worse than travelling on your own, isn't it, really? I get it. I get why people do it. That gives me more anxiety than travelling on my own.
If we went out on a hike, right, in the
Going for a walk on your own.
in the Malaga Mountains, yeah,
Yeah.
who would you be relying on to get you back?
You.
Right. So if I went out on a hike in the Malaga Mountains,
Yeah.
who would I be relying on to get me back?
Yourself.
Right. So what do you bring to the party?
Aurora.
Anyway, my point is so there are people who are very confident and comfortable, as in I wouldn't go out with you and expect you to get me home because you wouldn't have with all the greatest respect
We could
in
play
the
that
world,
game if you wanted to one day.
you won't have a frigging clue.
I would probably surprise you.
Actually, you would,
Actually.
given the fact we go into a car park and you go, where's the car?
That's menopausal.
Kirsty, you ain't been menopause for all the years I've known you.
Yeah, but I'm worried actually I might have done. Because perimenopause apparently can go on for 10, 15 years. It just go on forever. It's just a minefield, to be quite honest. I could be a completely different person to the woman you met.
You fucking could be.
Literally. I'll come out the other side of this.
I'll be
I
like,
can't
"Who the
remember where
hell
I
are
parked
you,
my
mate?"
car. I've never been able to do that. Well, no, it's you. It's your fault.
It's not. You can't blame me about
Thing
that.
is, in my first marriage, I had to do everything. I couldn't rely on anyone for anything at all. Full stop, period, nothing. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
To and from, buying tickets, holidays. I travelled all over the world. I went to many lovely things. Bought cars, houses, businesses.
Floyd.
Bought a diamond shop.
Yes.
Bought many things. And I'd done it all on my own. I can do it. And then I met you, who wanted to do everything for me, and I went, fucking my manifesting strong. But the reverse side of that is just so lovely to be looked after.
I like looking after you, yeah.
Yeah, and it was so lovely to be looked after. In the beginning, it wasn't even a novelty, it was just a piece. And still is. However... I
do try and push you to do stuff on your Todd now, though, to be fair.
Yeah, but see, that just irritates me now. However, 10 years, and I know my kids do worry about it, is that you've literally created a monster by being so licious. Because I don't even want to travel on my own.
It's not 10 years till next year.
I know it's been 10 years forever, isn't it? I can't believe it's not even 9 years
It's
yet.
9 years in November, yeah.
8 years, is that all? Like, we've
Well,
lived
nearly 9.
a lot
We are
of...
in September.
lot of relationships. We've done a lot in 8 years.
We've done a lot in 8 years. Imagine what we'll do in the next 8.
Imagine what I'll be like in the next 8.
Well, hopefully you'll be out of the menopause and be someone completely different.
I know, I'll be able to get on a bus on my own. I've never been on a bus before in Spain. Not once.
I know you've said that before.
Don't plan on doing it either. Other than that...
We're going
Other
on
than
a bus.
that, I
You've been
think
on a
it's
bus
an
in the UK,
empowering...
haven't you?
God, years back. I remember my mum took my kids, not since my kid... No, I can't remember. I remember my mum took my kids on a double-decker bus, Megan and not Jamie, because he was baby when we moved
You
here.
went on a bus when you went to France. It was a sightseeing bus, wasn't it?
Oh, that was one of them city tour buses.
Well, it's the same thing, love.
Yeah, but you sat up the top. It's a little bit different from getting on like a public transport bus. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've not been on... My family all had coach. We had a coach company, didn't we? Loads of coaches.
Oh, yeah.
So we didn't. There was no need. I remember my mum took the kids on a bus and they would just sit upstairs on a bus. Big novelty, that. Big novelty for kids. Like fairground ride. Cheap ride, innit? Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
I was
process
just,
that.
Yeah, I was. To
Anyway.
be honest, I was thinking about something else, and then I re-engaged with the conversation. So I thought,
Really?
And then what happened is
Really?
I over-egged the yeah.
Yeah.
So I was away with the fairies, going yeah, and then thinking about.
They went, yeah.
Thinking about something completely else.
What was you thinking about?
I was thinking about what am I going to call this podcast, which might now be yeah.
Yeah. Capital yeah.
Yeah.
And an over-egged yeah.
And then I came back in and I'm like, oh shit, what was she saying? I better re-engage with this. And you said something about
Yeah.
sitting at the front of an open top bus is like a roller coaster. So I was like, yeah, I'm back in the room. I know what she said. I can really commit to this. Yeah.
That's funny.
So I did.
Okay.
Should we call it a day?
Yeah. Shall we? You can process this. We're ahead of the game. We've got an hour. What are you wearing hiking? Tracky bottoms, t-shirt. Going out in the midday sun, which is probably a little bit stupid.
No,
but
it won't
it's the only
be.
chance
No,
we've got.
it'll be late. Well, actually, it is, but it is the only chance we've got.
We've got
so.
to get back for evening meals.
And it ain't that hot up here.
Might be at the top of the Talk Owl.
Probably is, but as long as
Let's
we've got
talk out.
lots of we've got water and hat.
You got the route. 2 miles today. Starting off softly, aren't we?
Yeah.
How long do you reckon it's going to take us?
You walk at 3. You walk on average about 3 miles an hour. So
Short answer.
I reckon
How long roughly do you reckon it's going to take us, lover?
an hour.
Oh, God, is that all? My excitement's lasted longer than that.
Kirsty, you have a bad knee and we have to take it easy, and we're breaking in your €15 hiking boots.
I know. The best way to steal something
It's not to steal
is
it.
not to steal it.
But maybe they were 15.
We thought we bought a pair of €50 hiking boots, come up at 15. And it's only when we got in the car I thought that was cheap. You know, you get one of them tickets. Well, that was cheap. Well,
That
we
wasn't
just
what
bought
I was
it.
expecting.
And then looked at the ticket, and my boots come up at 15.
$14.99, yeah.
Pretty sure they weren't that bound, but
I mean,
we're going to
they-
go back in, are we? Decathlon's a massive shop. That's not stealing. That's their own fault. If they want us to do our own bloody checkout, do our own job,
Hang on, we haven't
not
stolen,
even got a bag,
but it
we haven't
doesn't
stolen
matter.
nothing or
those
nothing.
shoes came up through the till at €15, so it doesn't matter if they've
Exactly.
programmed them wrong or not. It doesn't make any difference. That's
No,
what
but maybe a
We haven't
more
stolen them, we
godly
bought them.
person would have gone back in and gone, you've charged me wrong for this. Would anyone do that, do you think?
I don't know. Not me.
I would if it was a little shop. I would if it was like a small business or whatever.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that's a bit tight.
Yeah, maybe.
But not a big shop like that. No. Okay, that's justified.
They
That's
churn
all
through
right. I'm
stuff.
still going to heaven. Glad I've processed that.
Yeah.
So, all right then.
Anyway, update on our availability, going back to actually what we do, which is the B&B.
Yeah, we did. We spoke about the guest house.
Yeah, a little bit. Talked about guests and stuff, yeah.
Eh.
And about the menu.
Menu.
Which is nice. So we are... really, I think there's one available 3 or 4 night date in September in one room. That's all we have.
We had to turn a guest away today, which was really something we didn't like to do. But anyway.
And...
Not physically.
We
Emailing.
have the odd bit of availability in October, not a lot, and there's some good space in November. So if you want to come up, stay with us for 2 nights or more, have a hot tub, all that sort of swaddling.
Have a hot tub, have a massage.
Have a massage from our wonderful Lolly, who you can book, and comes up and does the massage out in the fresh air.
Do that. Nice
with a
way to
beautiful
spend a
view.
couple of days in November.
But
will be-
Kirsty, what people ask me all the time when I walk down the street is...
www.CasaKiSi.com.
You're an idiot.
What? What's the question?
I think you said www.dob then. Do you want to try that again?
I got it in there.
You did. Where should
the
they
actress
go?
to the bishop.
Where should they go to find out all the information about our beautiful guest house?
What I just said.
www.CasaKiSi.com. Thank you. And wherever you're listening
Or if you want to
this-
book on booking.com.
Yeah, you can
There's
check
a new
us out
offer
there
that
as well.
comes out on the 4th of September.
Yes, for bookings from October onwards, I believe.
Yes, so if you're a genius, I mean, if you're a triple genius and you're on there with an offer, that is genuinely the cheapest way to do it. And we don't care how you do it as long as you get here.
Yes.
If you want to.
Yes,
You do it whatever way makes you comfortable.
absolutely. Thank you. Wherever you're listening to this, please like, subscribe, helps out. And other than
Vintage
that,
Christmas probably won't be advertised next week, but it will be the week after. If you want details on that before it goes live, to get in there first, then let us know.
Yes.
But we got availability on the 4th and the 18th of December. There is still places, and you can have priority.
we're basically having 2 classic Christmas parties with a great buffet.
Planned it yesterday. The guest said to me, are you talking about Christmas? I was like, yeah.
Includes buffet, a real classic buffet, cheese and pineapple and all that stuff.
But actually, we can
From
talk
Oliver.
about that.
Well, of course we can.
We said how we was going to lay out the food. We said like a proper, it's my Jamie. It's my Jamie.
Right, just let it ring for a minute. It's on silent. But what we'll do is we'll tell you all about our vintage Christmas next
Yes.
time. So until then, thank you very much for listening. I'm going to go and take me rash
I'm
hiking.
going to speak to my favourite child. Don't tell the others.
There you go. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Hi,
See you
Jay.
next time.
Hi, Ma.
Hi, I love you.